Good morning. It's Sunday morning. Thank you for all your lovely comments on Sunday chat. It's always lovely to receive comments. It really is. So thank you to those of you who take the time to do that and put such lovely things. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. Unlike this morning, which is grey, very, very wet. We've just had a massive rain shower go over. Paul is down at the plot, probably getting very, very wet. He was going to do garlic and broad beans, which I'm sure he will share with you on his vlog. But it's just vile this morning. You can see how dark it is in here. I mean, it kind of looks bright, but it's not. It is very, very wet. Again, I can't remember the last time I saw an October that was so wet. It's consistent, every day we seem to be having rain. I'm sure it's got to be one of the wettest Octobers on record, surely. So, what am I doing this morning? Well, I'm still in my nightshirt, but I've been busy. I got out of bed quite late, but it was actually only 7:30 because the clocks have changed. So they've gone back an hour, which means this evening will be dark early. But it's been a busy morning. It's a chores day today, so I did a little bit of vacuuming yesterday and tidying around. We've got a friend coming over for dinner around 6 this evening, our friend from down the road, our French friend, our hairdresser. So we're doing dinner, and that means I have to get the place nice and cozy looking for her arrival, which I would do for anybody. That's the way I am. I can't bear the thought of somebody coming to my house and thinking, gosh, it's untidy. Never really is, but So I've been doing washing. I've got some piles of washing to put away upstairs that have been in the airing cupboard. I've just done the bed this morning, stripped it, so I've got to put the bedding on, the fresh bedding, because I like to start the new week with a fresh bed. I used to do it on a Friday evening because I used to always like starting the weekend with fresh bedding, but it's changed to Sunday now, so makes sense, doesn't it? Although, let me reiterate, I am not going to do a full week this week. I want Thursday and Friday off, and I'm going to make that very clear to my boss. So washing. I've got my tea towels and my cleaning cloths in a soak in the utility room. Let me swing the camera around, just do a little walk around the house. So for those of you who have maybe not seen the house, this is the front room. That's where we do Sunday chat. This is our bay window looking out on the street. As you can see, it's looking very, very grey. The trees are looking golden. Somebody with their dog. But it's really grey and very, very wet. Just horrendous. Very Sunday, though. Sunday feeling. Oh, it's so grey. So grey. This is the hallway. This is what we call the middle room. Alexa, middle room on. Alexa, middle room on. There we are. Let there be light. Just one light on at the moment. We've got the big mirror over there which reflects the light quite beautifully. So not much tidying to do here. Paul's got the Instant Pot out, which means he's going to be making dinner in the Instant Pot, I'm sure. Oh, a little look outside. Sorry, it is a little bit messy in here. There's the back garden. Now these here, if anybody's wondering, are my solar spotlights. And I put them in here because what happens is they get charged during the day and then they flood the kitchen at night with light, free light. So it's enough to make a drink, or get a glass of water. So yeah, that's the garden. Looking very autumnal, but fairly tidy. I don't know whether you can see in this corner the beautiful colours of the grapevine. It's rather meagre this year because I've kept it really cut back because I didn't want it to take over. I did a vlog years ago about cutting back that vine one winter. The palm trees are covered in their berries. The starlings will be enjoying those. My windows need a good clean. So yeah, there you go. That's the back garden for you. This is the beautiful view from the kitchen. I think it's beautiful. We hardly see any houses. You can see them just over there to the right, but yeah, it's looking good. Swing you round. Oh, it's so dim. I mean, I kind of like the dim light, but... So I've got washing hanging in here. I've got my pillowcases and a couple of towels on this rack. And then I've got my cleaning cloths, which I agitate with this wooden spatula. I just give them an agitate, and I soak them for around 4 or 5 hours in sodium percarbonate. And then they can go in the washing machine once I've wrung them out. Yeah, not much to do down here. Let's go for a walk upstairs. Got my automatic lights that come on in the dark. So in the bedroom, as you can see, I've got the quilt. Got washing to put away. The wardrobe is open. I've got the pillows over there. I've got a fan on, circulating the air. I've really found that when we get condensation on the windows, which we had quite a lot of this morning, if I put this fan on full blast and point it towards this window run, it clears it really quickly. So I'm really pleased about that discovery. I'm also using the fan to dry washing. Yes. And I'm thinking of doing a separate video about it, but yeah. So I've got that to put away. I've got the bedding to put on. Bathroom, I gave a clean yesterday too, which was good. Dressing room, well, got a few bits to put away. And then up here is the top of the house. I've got a sheet on the banister dries pretty quickly up here. And then the top room, which is where we do our work. You can see it's still chucking it down out there. There's our little spare bed area, which I need to tidy up. The computers, where we work. And then I've got my little seating area. Let's just have a look out the window. You can see the garden. Of course, you can see how lush our garden is, and then you look down there and its gardens are hardly anything at all. So this is the duvet cover, and I've got a fan pointing at it, just going underneath, so it's sort of rippling and moving, which means the air is circulating. And I do find that this makes a dramatic difference in the drying time. My plants, you've not seen those for a while, they're all doing well. This one here is going crazy. I have to cut this back. It's very vine-like, its growing habit. So spider plant's doing quite well. The cactus is starting to flower. It's got some little buds on the ends. Don't know whether you can see that, it's a bit dim. My prayer plants are doing really well. And I've got a little cactus here, which was a cutting that I took, which is starting to try and flower as well. Wow. My ficus, which looks better from this side, is doing fairly well, although I did give it a prune because it had a spider mite. So I actually took it outside, gave it a shower at the end of summer to get rid of the mites. It seems to have done the job and it's recovering now, so I may give it another prune. It doesn't like variations in temperature, that plant. So, yeah. Oh, just grimorama. Oh, awful. It's feeling quite humid as well. Naturally, there's a lot of moisture in the air. Let's swing you back round. Yeah, what a grim day. Let's go back downstairs and finish off. Woo! Let's give you a ride downstairs. Always take it slowly on the stairs. Always. I fell down those stairs once, and I fell down these stairs. We just swing you back round. Yeah, a few years ago I fell down these stairs. Look, they're quite steep. It's a typical Victorian staircase. Oh, hello. And I came round this corner and I slid and I grabbed hold of this, pulled it out of the wall and flew down the stairs. This saved me, this banister rail. So yeah, that's it. I shall now get on with my chores, put that washing away and just get the place looking nice and tidy and then have a relax, I think. I hope Paul's not got too wet. Oh dear, he's really going to be wet. He's probably sheltering in the shed. I hope he is anyway. He's probably waiting for it to, calm down before he comes home. So Paul did get caught, didn't you, love?
Yeah.
That's Paul under there. You're completely and utterly soaked, aren't you? Oh.
A little bit.
I think you should take all your clothes off now.
Ooh.
In here.
Oh.
No, in here.
Oh.
So you don't trail filth everywhere, Paul.
It's not filth, it's just wet and dirt.
Oh. I told you you'd get wet, didn't I?
I know.
Anyway. So I'll turn off the camera now before you see Paul's naked body. Dump it on the floor. Well, it's going to drip. Oh.
My flask.
Oh dear, I don't know. Anyway, let's get Paul sorted. Bye for now. It's Monday morning. Monday bloody morning already. So I woke up at between 5 and 5:30 because normally I would wake up between 6 and 6:30. But of course, the hour. So all this rubbish about, we've got an extra hour in bed. No, we don't, because I woke up an extra hour early. Ridiculous. Anyway, I got up, made tea, and decided to do a couple of jobs that needed to be done. Paul normally does these jobs. So Monday morning means rubbish day or recycling day for this area where we are. And this week is green waste and general rubbish. So in order to get those bins out, we have to move the car, blah, blah, blah. So I've done that and filled the green waste with a couple of loads that were in the back garden. Very wet loads, I have to say. We've had so much rain, I can't quite believe it. We had more last night. But it felt surprisingly chilly out there. I wasn't expecting it to feel that cold. There was a little bit of condensation on the windows this morning in the bedroom, but I've cleared that using the fan. Oh yeah, I'm loving my fan. Just an ordinary fan. So yeah, so I'm just having my second cup of tea and waking up. I think it's about, Alexa, what's the time?
The time is 7:12 a.m.
Yeah, 12 minutes past 7. So I've got plenty of time before I need to get ready for work. I don't really have to do much. I had a bath yesterday, so I'll have a quick splash just to freshen up. And yeah, that's it. So I'll probably see you later because today I've got to tell my boss that I'm not working Thursday and Friday this week. Thank you very much. I'll let you know how that goes. Yeah, it'll go my way. I'm sure of it. Good evening. If I sound a bit nasal, I've just had a sneezing fit. It happens from time to time. It just comes on and I can't stop. Then I have to blow. and blow to clear the sinus passages. Anyway, so Monday evening. It was an incredibly busy morning at work. I felt bombarded as soon as I got in. There were things happening that don't normally happen on a Monday. Mondays are normally fairly calm. We have a clinic, a psychiatric clinic, and people come in for their appointments. It's all kind of clockwork, blah, blah, blah. But we had these people from facilities doing a walk round, which they do from time to time, to check that everything's okay, to check that the cleaning's being done, blah, blah, blah. So they were there yakking. I'm taking phone calls. There's more phone calls than usual. It was just, I felt attacked. It's not what I like a morning at work to be. I like it to be flowing, in control. I felt slightly out of control. But that was okay. I also had a chat with my boss and told her that I couldn't work Thursday and Friday this week, which was fine. She's going to cover. She knew I wasn't happy about last week having to work Friday, but that's okay. Shit happens. And we've got a good relationship. But the other thing that she's told me is there are some big changes coming, and I think I've mentioned these before. Our team used to be what's called a joint team, so health and social care. That's the local authority and the NHS. And I'm what's called a joint post because I work for both teams. Well, over time, that joint team has kind of been a bit eroded. The pandemic saw to that. And it means that at some point in the future, I will probably have to decide which team I want to work for. So at the moment, I'm employed by the London Borough of Ealing, but some of my funding comes from the NHS, about 50%, I think. But because the team that is now in that building is purely NHS, the social care team don't work from there, they're going to need a dedicated receptionist that just does NHS work. But they're also going to need somebody who is more of a telephonist stroke administrator to work for the social care team, because they're no longer integrated, so they don't require really somebody to work for both teams. So this is a bit of a dilemma for me. I work for the London Borough of Ealing. Primarily, they are my employer, my main employer. Therefore, they handle all of my leave, my sick leave, all of the personnel, the HR is dealt with by Ealing, London Borough of Ealing. So I've got to give this some thought. It's not going to happen overnight. It's certainly not something which has been sprung upon me. I've been aware that this change will come eventually. But yeah, I've got to give it some thought. And also, of course, there is the thought that we're going to be moving at some point, potentially in the next year, 2 years, depending on how the housing market springs back. So there's a few things to think about. It's certainly nothing urgent. It's certainly nothing to lose any sleep over, but it's slightly unsettling, which is a slightly uncomfortable feeling, not knowing what your future work will be. And of course, being a certain age, 39, not really, 56, you sort of worry about, who would actually want you if you went looking for a brand new job. The thought of that, I don't like. No, I'd rather stay in something that I know that I'm comfortable with, or we look at ramping up our YouTube channel, finding a way to attract more viewers, to raise the amount of money we earn, to make it more of a main income. And that in itself would be a hard job to do because it is difficult. You know, making too many videos in 1 week can be quite time consuming and can leave you feeling burnt out. We've done it, we've been there. When we were growing our channel, we did a lot, you know. So, yeah, a few things to think about. So that's been my day. The afternoon sort of finished a bit quieter, which was good. Yeah, but it's a short week. Hallelujah. Yes. Hallelujah. Halloween. Ooh, that was a segue. We do like a good segue. So there you go. That's me for you today. That's Monday. Done. Paul's having a bath. And we're going to be eating the same as we had last night, which is a butterbean and carrot insider casserole with some rice. So that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow for more daily vlogs. Bye for now. Toodle pip. Au revoir. Good evening. It's Tuesday evening. It's been a busy day at work. Tuesdays normally are. It's Halloween. Woo! Is there anybody there? Knock once for yes and twice for no. Yeah. Isn't it ridiculous when they say that? I mean, if they knock twice for no, there's somebody there, clearly. So we barricaded ourselves in this evening. Windows shut, blinds shut. Not to attract any people wanting trick or treats. No, it's not going to happen. They only come to your house if you show a pumpkin. Really? So anyway, yeah, nothing much to report, to be honest. It's been a sort of ordinary day. It's colder, much colder. I've got my little ceramic heater on at the moment, just set on low just to take the chill off. I think Paul is preparing dinner as we speak. And yeah, just going to have a chill out. I'm so glad I'm not working Thursday and Friday this week. I really am. It's going to be very wet and windy though, with Storm Karen coming in from the west. Yeah, I think there's quite a few low pressure systems that have been coming in from the Atlantic recently, which isn't great, but hey ho, what can you do? Hunker down and hope for the best, frankly. So that's it for this evening. Not a lot to report. We're going to eat shortly. So see you tomorrow for more fun and frolics. Bye for now. Good morning. It's Wednesday morning. Halloween is over, or plastic Tatooine, as I like to call it, because I just think of all that plastic tat, which is now going to go into bins. Non-recyclable plastic tat at that. But it was quite busy on the street. We could hear people celebrating last night, kids grabbing sweets mainly. So that's all over with, and I slept really well. I think I must have had about 8 hours easily. And of course I awoke with a slight spring in my step, knowing this is my final work day of the week. Thank goodness. Well, spring in my step, I mean, that's probably an exaggeration, frankly. But I feel as though I slept quite heavily, and it's always great to have a long sleep. But I think sometimes you feel a bit, ooh, you know, I've just had breakfast, I'm just having my second cup of tea, and then it's time for a quick splash and get myself to work. It's another grim morning out there as well. It's breezy, it's wet. I don't think the storm has kicked in yet, but I'm sure it will. It is looking very autumnal. There's a nice golden glow everywhere. So I'm hoping that if the weather's not too grim tomorrow, that I can get some photography done, because there are some lovely leaf colours at the moment, in the back garden especially. So I've got some thoughts around maybe a little mini photography project I might work on. But if you follow us on Facebook and Planet Vegetaria, then you'll be able to see that, and potentially Instagram if I do it. We'll have to see what the weather's like tomorrow. So I'm gonna get on and have my tea, and I'll see you later. It's Wednesday evening. Hurrah! My working week has finished. I'm so pleased, so pleased. So nothing much to report. Tomorrow is Thursday, so we're expecting Storm Kieran. And we're expecting a lot of rain, a lot of wind. There's been several warnings issued, and a warning issued to Londoners as well. So let's see how that pans out. Always slightly nervous when there's high wind and lots of rain, because you just don't know what's going to happen. So we'll see. I'm going over to my friend's tomorrow. She's going to give my hair a cut. So hopefully I'll have a new style, a shorter style with a little bit of a fringe. So something I can wear down rather than putting it back all the time, which is what I end up doing. So we'll see how that goes. Exciting. Nerve-wracking. It's not going to be too short, but hopefully curly and slightly tousled. That's what I'm hoping for. We'll see. So nothing much else to report. Busy day at work. Yeah. Nothing to say really. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's Thursday morning. I'm still in my dressing gown. I know. Luxury. So we've had a lot of rain overnight. Heck of a lot of rain. I don't think it stopped all night as far as I can tell. I had a period of broken sleep. I woke up around 4. I think it was 4:15 according to Alexa. And I came downstairs because I thought, my God, there's so much rain. I hope it's not pouring down the chimney, because I don't know whether you remember, but the chimney sweep told us that there had been quite a lot of dampness, which is kind of normal for a chimney that doesn't have a cover on it. And it's not a huge amount of water. It's, it comes down the chimney in a certain direction. I thought, what if it's pouring in? So I came downstairs and checked, and it was fine. There's a little tiny bit of water, but that's it. But I was a bit paranoid, and yeah, that kind of disturbed the rest of my sleep. So I'm not feeling terribly with it this morning, to be honest. But everything's calm now. There's no rain. There's barely a breath of wind. So I think the edge of the storm is going to hit us later today. That's what the forecast says. So, yeah, fingers crossed that it's not too bad an impact. I know that the Channel Islands have had it quite bad, according to the news, and I've seen a couple of videos. So I think the southern England portion of the country that's going to get grazed by very high winds and lots more rain. I think they're getting it now. So yeah, it's slightly breezier than it was earlier. So this morning I'm going to wash my hair. We're going to go over to our friend's house down the road, and she's going to give me a little haircut. I'm going to go a bit shorter, as I've said. Not short, but just a bit shorter. Yeah. Just had breakfast. and I'm taking it slowly this morning. Yeah, because I'm not feeling fully with it. Yeah, so I will report later on the storm to see how that's progressing and show you my new hairdo. Probably not going to look that different, but it's something slightly different for me. Stop me putting it up all the time. See you later. So I just wanted to show you how much the pressure has dropped. So if you can see the black needle, how low that has dropped, which is indicative of stormy weather. And the Met Office did say that there would be a significant pressure drop, and clearly there has been. You can also see it on this graph as well, on this weather station. So yeah, very, very extreme low pressure. Never seen that before on the barometer. Very interesting. Good afternoon. Yes, I've had my hair done. Lovely, I'm really pleased with it. It's much shorter. I've had a good, I would say, a couple of inches taken off. Apart from the back, which I've kept long, which I like. So I'm really, really pleased. It's given me some bounce, and it's taken all the sort of dry bits off, which were annoying me. And we've gone a little bit shorter on the sides too. So I've still got plenty to play with, which is great. So yeah, really pleased. Really, really pleased. Super. It's about midday. There's still no sign of high winds, although as you just saw, the pressure has really dropped. Really dropped. Never seen that before on the barometer. So the weather forecasters did say that the pressure drop was really significant. So yeah. So Paul's upstairs working at the moment. I've just got in from my friend's house, and she's given us some soup for lunch as well, which is great because she'd made a huge batch. So that's all good. So I'm going to get on with my day. I've got a wash on, so that will be finished in about an hour. So yeah, I'm taking it fairly easy today, which is good. So I'm just looking, there's a delivery going on outside. Somebody's having an electrical appliance delivered. How lovely. So yeah, I will update you if we get any significant storm weather this afternoon. Oh, there's another lorry out there now. Oh, that's interesting because they're not going to fit. It's a very narrow road. All of the roads around here are narrow. So yeah. Oh well. So bye for now. You can't see me, but it's about 4:45. Oh, and it's going dark. Let me swing the camera around. Yeah, it's not been too bad. The storm, it's pretty breezy. We've had quite a lot of rain. Yeah, but we've had it nowhere near as bad as some areas. I think this is going to be fairly sustained for a few hours, but yeah, nothing bad at all. I'm going to swing you back round and turn the lights on. Alexa, front room on. There we are. Let there be light. Let me sit down. So Paul's just got in. What's it like out there, Paul?
It's okay. It's okay. It's a bit breezy. It's just started raining. The river's quite high, and the lower levels of the allotment are a bit flooded. A little bit, just about an inch. But of course, with the amount of rain we've had over the last 24 hours, that will only hit us maybe end of day tomorrow. So could rise even more. So yeah,
As the water reaches the tributaries and the rivers and
Yeah.
they swell. So
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I'll let you get undressed. So yeah, there you go. Paula's come in from a little trip to the allotment. Yeah, I think we're quite lucky that we've not had it very bad, although there has been a lot of rain. And it's feeling quite humid and fairly damp. I put my washing out. I've got a fan on, blowing the washing, so hopefully that will dry a little quicker. But yeah, I'm glad it's not been that bad. But my heart goes out to anybody that's been affected. And like Paul's just said, there will be knock-on effects from this amount of water and rain. It's just been so incredibly wet this autumn. Just incredible. And also with the wind, it's feeling really cool in the house. So we have had the heating on for a couple of hours this afternoon just to, try and keep the house a reasonable temperature. So yeah, there you go. Anywho, I'm going to relax and enjoy the evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Good evening, it's Friday evening, last one of the week, probably, unless there's a spectacular sunrise tomorrow. There was a lovely sunset this evening, which you saw. Very nice indeed. It's been a busy day, various bits and pieces, photography, a little bit of housework. We just played a game of cards. I've won yet again. I'm on a winning streak. What can I say? Don't know why. I'm normally the loser at cards, believe me. So yeah, that's it for this evening. We're going to relax. We've had dinner. We had Linda McCartney burgers with homemade coleslaw. Lovely. So yeah, we're just going to sit down and watch TV now. So we will see you for Sunday chat on Sunday. I guess there may be another little vlog if I get chance tomorrow. It's a bit of a bumper one this week. So toodle pip, au revoir. Good morning, it's Saturday morning. I'm at the top of the house. I'm here on the computer. We've just filmed Sunday chat. Yeah, I've got to edit and upload. The weather's a little bit better today than it was. It's not as breezy this morning, but it's still quite cool. Let me just swing you round. The sun is trying to break through. Yeah, the rain has stopped, although we have had quite a bit this morning, first thing. But the garden's looking very lush. And I'm really pleased that I had those days off, because I then don't find that Saturday and Sunday are as much of a rush to get things done. Do you know what I mean? But I have to say that next week I am going to do a full week at work. So yeah. So anyway, I better get on with my work now, which is getting this video sorted. And I'll see you at the start of the new vlogging week. And of course, I'll see you in Sunday Chat. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you enjoy Sunday Chat too. Bye for now. Take care.